Hello, I'm Kessler from Coldwell Banker, and since it's getting into spring, it's tomato time, so I wanted to give a quick demonstration on how to plant tomato plants. A lot of homeowners are reluctant to grow tomatoes because they think it's going to be difficult or complicated, and in fact, tomatoes, they actually are very easy to grow. They almost grow like weeds, and you can grow them in ground, but you can also grow them in containers, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. This is a tomato plant that I'm going to plant. This is the variety is called Carbone. This is an heirloom tomato, which means it's an old seed stock, and these tend to get very leggy and they grow large plants. One thing about tomatoes that makes them somewhat unique among plants is that they'll root off their stem. So unlike a lot of plants, you can plant tomatoes deep. So I'm going to plant it all the way up to here, and it's going to root off all of this stem. If you notice also, it's hard to see, but there's very, very fine little hairs on the stalk of the tomato. When you plant, you want to try to avoid disturbing those because that can harm the plant and shock it. So without further ado, I'm going to plant the tomato plant. You can plant, like for example, I'm not using them, but I wanted to show you, you can use some kind of latex or vinyl gloves so your hands don't get dirty. I'm wearing some business attire, and I don't expect to get dirty planting this plant. The soil that I've put together here is a combination of potting mix and organic compost. I'm using a variety called Supreme Harvest. It's just a name of a variety from a company, and it works really well. So it's a 50-50 mix, and I've also added some organic tomato food. So this is how you do it. Basically, we're going to make a little hole in the bottom here, and as I mentioned, I'm going to plant it deep. So carefully dislodge it, pushing on the sides of the pot to get it loose, and then I'm going to plant it like so. And now as the plant grows, I can add more soil as it gets taller. I'll cut off these lower branches and then fill in more soil so there's more space for the stem to root off of. And this plant will probably get about 5-6 feet tall ultimately. Hope that was helpful. I am Kessler from Coldwell Banker. If you have further questions, email me at mkessler@verizon.net or find me on Facebook, Kessler Coldwell Banker. And as you can see, I have planted a tomato and my hands are not dirty.